and Squid Game on Netflix is a shocking social experiment and devilishly crafted mystery, well deserving of its meteoric popularity.
I know they moved to the US, but he didn't know that though. Like, he knew that at the, like, you know what I'm saying?
At least for the way this show made me feel all the feels.
Oh God. Oh no. Stop running. Don't do this. No, Jesus. Can't do this.
Chew with your mouth closed, fucking cow.
My fault,
When I first saw the promotions for Squid Game, I thought it was gonna be a lighthearted, somewhat of a cliffhanger.
What the fuck?
When I first saw the promotions for Squid Game, I thought it was gonna be a lighthearted reality TV contestant show, kind of like Takeshi's Castle or something. But it was anything but, with the gritty battle royale having scenes that will haunt your dreams. Seriously, I'm still not over episode 6. The show, which has been a massive hit on Netflix, is packed full of Easter eggs, foreshadowing, hidden details, and behind-the-scenes trivia. Some of which you may have missed the first time around, so we thought we'd take a look at them here. Let's go. Ooh, now this is a given, but there will be many Squid Game spoilers in this video. So
You hear that?
You got the hardest bits logo, the Braves logo so fi.
Thank you, bro. Bro. I ain't gonna lie. Who was the most, like, pointless character in this show? Like, on the count of 3, we gonna name him. 1, 2, 3. Fredo Ashray, thank you for the 10. Get the subs. The fucking the girl that wanted to be on everybody's team, the annoying one.
So if you don't want to be eliminated from your spoiler-free game, I'd recommend coming back to this video after you finish the show. Now,
to be honest, I thought that nigga was gonna last longer. The people in the beginning,
aka Player 1, is actually the mastermind behind the games and the one who's running it from behind the scenes. While this was undoubtedly a shocking moment for many of us out there, myself included, there were actually many clues as to his real identity. For starters, the fact that the neighborhood in the marble game looks so much like the one he grew up in as a child.
Bro, they threw me off because I thought the nigga had dementia.
Yo, Liln.
So I'm thinking this nigga just going fucking insane, bro. Like,
the fact that his number is 1 and that there are no other elderly players in the game, the fact that he has a deep knowledge about the games played, such as Tug of War, and his delight at playing red light, green light, despite all the violence happening around him.
I just thought the nigga didn't care about dying.
Moments of foreshadowing that we missed the first time around, such as the robotic girl's scanner in red light, green light not picking him up as a player, the fact that his name translated into English is number 1 man, and in the montage where multiple contestants are waiting for the van to re-enter the game, they're all gassed except for Oh Il-nam, who just enters the van of his own volition.
I didn't even see this part.
Also, in his conversation with Song Gi-hun, Oh Il-nam basically convinces him to rejoin the game and goes through his reasoning for why he wants to keep on playing. We really should have seen it coming. The knowledge of what the
I knew once they kept meeting up, since he was the first and that dude was the last player, I already knew either one of those people was gonna win.
Next game will entail is constantly sought after throughout the show.
That's one thing that I did know, that either those two were gonna win.
And players like the Doctor, who obtain information on the next game by providing favors, are eliminated due to it not being fair to the other players. However, every player had the opportunity to learn what game would be next if they paid close enough attention. That's because on the walls of the dormitory where the players sleep, you can see murals of children playing different games, all of which are played at some point in the show.
God! Nigga!
If you look closely, you can see an illustration for Red Light, Green Light, Tug of War, the Glass Bridge, and, of course, the Squid Game itself. Continuing on this foreboding train, a number of characters' deaths.
That dude right there, I wonder what he... I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie, this nigga, he was gonna end up dying anyway. Like, the way he died was fucked up, but I just didn't see him winning at all. He wasn't gonna win, to be honest.
Lives outside of the game after the vote is called to stop it. For instance, Kung Sebaok holds a knife to a man's throat and tells him she'll rip it open, which is similar to her death at the hands of scumbag Cho Sang-woo.
Fuck
Another
this nigga, bro.
resident scumbag,
I hate this
Jung
nigga
Dae-Oksu's death is foreshadowed as he jumps off of a bridge after being trapped by some gangsters trying to kill him, just like the moment he falls to his death from the glass bridge in the game.
Nah, that was
Ali
fire.
also steals money and leaves a man to die, just like Cho Sang-woo does to him in the game, while Cho Sang-woo lies in a bathtub in a drenched suit, foreshadowing his fight with Song Gi-hun in the rain wearing a drenched suit. Still with the foreshadowing, at the arcade, Song Gi-hun picks a certain prize to give to his daughter due to the way it looks. Ironically, the box just so happens to resemble the coffins the players are placed in when they're eliminated, while the box has a realistic-looking gun lighter inside, perhaps indicating the true violence of the games. Now this one's a bit contentious, but Song Gi-hun wins 4.5 million at the racetrack, and seeing as his number in the game is 456 and he wins 4.5 million, and there are 6 zeros in a million, maybe that's also
Nah, that's
foreshadowing
a
his number?
stretch. That's
Maybe?
a stretch.
One of the most notable visuals in the show are the uniforms and masks the guards wear in the games. Seeing as the soldiers are basically indistinguishable wearing the
They
same
stretched it.
costumes, they're given different shapes on their masks so people can tell the difference, with the circle representing workers, the triangle representing soldiers, and the square representing managers. And I have to
didn't know
admit,
what the fuck
it's a
them
game
shits meant.
show, and these look like PlayStation symbols to me, so
Yeah.
maybe there's that too. However, the shape of the mask and the different roles they have were based on ants and an ant colony, which fits with the animal mask theme seen throughout the show. Another notable visual is the colorful and intricate staircase the players must ascend to get to the next game. Now, if those stairs seem familiar to you, there's a good reason for that. That's because they were inspired by Escher's Relativity, which is a lithograph print by the Dutch artist MC Escher and depicts a world in which
Bro, you know what that shit reminded me of? Harry Potter, bro, where the stairs will move. Like, the stairs will move. Harry Potter.
laws of gravity.
Yeah, when the white people came in, bro, the show got like, I was like, bro, I knew it was something like that where all the rich white niggas played and they just bet money on it.
Do not apply. This is pretty fitting.
I was
since
like,
the
yeah, I'm not surprised.
laws of the normal world and society do not apply in
I
the
knew it
world
was
of the
some
games,
shit like that.
or hell, as the players call it. Jung Ho-yeon stole many a person's heart with her performance as Kung Se-bayo.
When the guy at the train tells you to pick the color red or blue, it meant that if you picked red you'd become one of the worker hens, or when you picked blue you became one of the players.
What?
Sometimes
with many
I
fans
just want to
falling in love
grab
with the
your
character.
earbaloo,
What makes it even more impressive is that this is actually her first ever acting role. But Koreans will likely be very familiar with Jung Ho-yeon, as she is a well-known fashion model in
That
the
fat-ass gangster nigger shouldn't have died cause of the skinny bitch leaning off the platform holding onto him.
country and was a runner-up in the 4th contest of Korea's Next Top Model. Also, Lee Byung-hun,
Workers don't
who
win
plays
money
the
though,
enigmatic
right? So why would they
frontman,
join?
Is a
That's what I'm
well-established
saying.
actor in Korea and has also appeared in a number of Hollywood movies such as The Magnificent Seven, G.I. Joe,
Today I got
and
caught
Terminator
beating my
Genesis.
dick dot in the
When it comes to the green jumpsuits the players wear, the show's creator, Wong Dong-hyuk, was actually inspired by school uniforms and the outfits he used to wear as a kid. Initially, he was going to go all in on the school uniform aesthetic, but that would have included shorts, so instead opted to go with the green tracksuits, which were also picked so the red color of blood would pop on screen. The hot pink worn by the guards was picked as it's on the complete opposite side of the color wheel from the green, showcasing that the guards and players are on different teams and are opposites of one another. Now, while the Squid Game is unfortunately embroiled in plagiarism claims, with some stating it as a copy of the 2014 Japanese movie As God Wills, Bong Dong-hyuk has claimed that his inspiration was manhwa, which are Korean comics that he used to read as a child. Before it got the title The Squid
See, why they saying he copied? Them niggas hating. Why they saying he got? Of course it was shit before. Why they hating on that nigga?
The workers got money on the side by selling the dead body parts on the black market.
Niggas hating, bro. See, they wasn't hating 12 years ago when the nigga was writing the show and he was trying to come up with the idea. Like, they wasn't saying all this shit. But now, since the show became one of the popular shows, crazy, bro. It's crazy. And he probably gonna pay. They got paid.
Twin.
I don't know if they got paid. I'm gonna be real. And the thing is, those old shows is probably good, but this is not touching this, obviously, because some people, they don't like to be cultured with those, you know, old movies and shit. So this was for the niggas that don't watch old movies and shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? So we can learn about those old movies, because we didn't know about that shit until this came out. So he really put them in the spotlight for us. See what I'm saying? Darian, thank you for the resub, my nigga. I appreciate you. Congrats too, bro.
Game, it actually went by another, admittedly much more boring name.
Is Alice in Borderland good? I
2019,
started it with my girl, but we ain't like finish it. My bad, I keep pausing. I'm bullshitting.
Netflix announced the show was to be called Round 6, which is in keeping with the 6 different
I haven't
games
watched
the contestants play. But this was eventually changed to the much more fun title, Squid Game. The
Would you
Squid
ever buy
Game is
Rico in
visually
shoes?
stunning and very aesthetically appealing, with the big immersive sets where the games are played
Maybe, if
being
I like 'em.
especially captivating. Surprisingly, though, these sets were actually built for real, with very little VFX used in the show. And for instance, the set used for Red Light Green Light, including the robotic girl, were actually built for real, all of which allowed the actors to fully immerse in the scene. With the crazy amount of foreshadowing and intricate storytelling, it's not surprising to
I ain't
learn
gonna
that the
cap,
script
bro.
has actually
The
been in
shit that they
development
had
for
to
some
make
time.
for this show
In
probably
fact,
costed
Bong
so
Joon-hyuk
much.
actually started the script all the way back in 2008, finishing the first draft in 2009, but still having to wait 10 years to successfully pitch it. Still, he had to wait to
13.
actually finish the
Love you,
series, with
Deo.
filming at one point postponed due to COVID. As we said, very little VFX were used in the show, and not
Thank
only
you for
were
the
the
fucking
sets
13,
real, but the
Miles.
amount of
Was good.
contestants who played the game. For the Red Light Green Light game, there are indeed 456 actors in the scene, instead of digitally inserting people into the scene in post.
Right,
And
that's
finally,
fine.
let's
That's
end on
hard.
some goofs, shall we?
A what?
One of the best goofs in the show comes down to a typo, as when the frontman reviews the former glass factory workers file during the bridge game, the file reads that he had been working in the factory from 1897 to
Damn.
2020, meaning that the character could be well into his hundreds. Another goof comes when Gi-hun enters the password for a credit card which he took from his mom secretly in the first episode,
Joked
and
ass.
enters 0426 as his birthday. Later on, we see his file in the frontman's room, and it says it's actually on Halloween. Whoops. While a season 2 has yet to be confirmed, the show has been one of the most popular on Netflix in
I've
over
been
22
struggling
countries
with chronic
since its release.
masturbation. Any tips, babe? It's hard to resist when I see your face.
Bro, you need to go to a fucking doctor.
And has caused Korean media stock to go up by 50%. With season 1 ending on somewhat of a cliffhanger, expect us to be returning to the games very soon.
Nah, season 2